Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for some more Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, the Creature Campaign Edition. When I last left you guys, we had just finished up the first floor of the Lagdou ruins. We're moving on today to the second floor, imagine that. And we've already got everybody primed and ready to go, so we're just going to jump right into it. I went ahead and got everybody's equipment prepared. We're using the same team we had last floor. I want to get them to a much considerably higher level here. I know it sounds crazy considering they're already very advanced level, but the higher the better, because this is only going to get more difficult as we continue onward. This is going to be a tough one, only because there is a smattering of units all over the map, of various different descriptions and types, different weapons, and a lot of them are very, very powerful. Most notably these Cyclops. These Lagdouans are nothing to sneer at either. So let's get right into it, shall we? We're going to be splitting our team up again. I know it sounds crazy, but thankfully I think a team of 4 can adequately handle most anything that comes at them. Especially considering we've got people like Garrick who are capable of beating up everything in sight. Speaking of Garrick, we're going to be sending him up north here to this area of the map to contend with all these Cyclopeans. In fact, why don't I just stick him right here, because then he's very tankified. And I think right here is a good, nice good choke point for both the Cyclops up top and these downstairs guys. I say downstairs, they're right in front of us. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and have him continue to use axes because he's capable of doing so very adequately. And I want to get his axe rank as high as possible. Excuse me. And then we're going to go ahead and put Amelia right next to him to further solidify the choke point aspect of this situation. She's going to have an iron blade that she can now equip, which is awesome. I think putting somebody between the two of them shouldn't be too much of a hassle. This Lagdouan can still reach them, but I don't think that'll be that big of a deal. So we're going to go ahead and park Archer right behind them right here as a sort of field support situation. As for this other little choke point area here, there's not much that can reach that distance with the exception of that Lagdouan, so I want to see if we can't kind of cordon him off here by putting Vanessa right in the way. Actually, I don't want to be in range of that sniper, do I? Actually, she's got a Philly shield, she's fine. So we're going to go and put Vanessa right here. Not Vanessa, Tana. Jeez, what is the matter with me? Killer Lance should be adequate, I think, for that situation. And beyond that, we're actually just going to have Tethys stand there and dance, I think, maybe. Actually, that's silly. We don't want to do that. So we're going to have Natasha just out of range, as she has been most of this time. She's still a little bit too frail, and I don't want to risk losing her, so we're just going to have my healing team waiting in back here, along with Tethys for some dancifying support, if at all necessary, which it may very well come to. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into that, and let's let them come at us, shall we? Most of these encounters you're going to be seeing in the tower and the ruins are going to be letting the enemy come to us, mostly because that is a situation where we are much stronger than the individual enemies themselves and are capable of handling vast swaths of them at a time. So I see no reason to allow them to do that, to smack themselves against us, so to speak. And it also helps cut down a lot of the time spent in battle because we're letting them all break upon us like water upon rock, so to speak. Great Shield, awesome. We take no damage from that. It's nice when Great Shield procs and actually has a purpose. Sadly, even with that Iron Blade, we're not quite strong enough to take down this Elder Bale. Cyclopses and Elder Bales are among the hardiest enemies in this game. They have a great amount of HP, they are very tanky, and it's very difficult to contend with them on a normal basis. Archer easily dispatching with this Lagdouan, no problem. I want to try to get my bishops to a much higher level this chapter, if at all possible, because the better they are, the easier time I'm going to have. They can easily puncture through and destroy any of those bulky people like the Cyclopses, because, quite frankly, their resistance is abysmal compared to their defense. And we do super effective damage against them, so why the heck not? So we're going to let Natasha deal some damage here. Thankfully, nobody's in need of healing just yet. I expect it to stay that way for quite some time. The nice effect behind dealing with these Cyclopses and the Bales is that they have very abysmal hit rates. So we won't be getting hit too often by them, thankfully. That being said, a lot of the times when they do hit will be pretty substantial hits, so we want to make sure we've got healers on station, obviously. Thankfully, this particular floor, there's a lot of guys, but it's very straightforward. They're all just, you know, weapon-based attackers. They're not status-afflicting things like Gorgons. They're not long-range magic-wielding things like those stupid Arc Moguls. It's just straight-up weaponry. There's nothing to speak of for magic-based units here, so we won't have to worry too much about that. We're going to go ahead and have La Rochelle finish off these silly jerks up here. She should be just about ready to use Ivaldi here after a couple more uses of that. And that'll be awesome, because Ivaldi absolutely obliterates everything monster-based in this game, as you might imagine, being the highest ranking light magic in the game, and also super effective against monsters. Thankfully, La Rochelle's continuing to increase her magic. I approve of this. If she can get 3 more points, she'll max that out, and that'll be awesome. We'll let Artur dispatch with this Cyclops up here, I think. He's going to have just enough power with regular lightning to do so, which is pretty darn awesome. This is why you bring bishops to the ruins, guys. Even with basic lightning magic, they absolutely annihilate everything. Speed, luck, and defense. Wow, alright, go Artur. I'm okay with this. The more luck and defense he gets, the happier I will be. I'm not concerned at all about his magic or his speed. He's going to cap those, there is no question. Skill and resistance, I would prefer to have some more points in, but you know what? I'll take whatever I can get, as I frequently say upon this matter. Let's go ahead and dance for Natasha so she can kill something else. We'll let her take out the Elder Bale, I think. Seems a reasonable... nah, she can kill the Cyclops. Cyclops is a little more dangerous. Just because he's freaking huge. Although a Steel Axe isn't hitting anything anytime soon, so... Skill and luck, alright. She, by the way, is going to cap luck and resistance, no questions asked. Probably speed and magic also. Skill, probably not. Defense, definitely not. But you know what? You can't have everything. We'll send Amelia further in here to dispatch with this silly dude. We'll go ahead and get our axe out here. She needs to raise her axe rank a bit. Steel Axe is good for that because it gives her 2 weapon XP per swing instead of just 1. By the end of this, we're going to have a maxed out team with like A rank and everything, which is ideally what I want because that's just going to make things easier going forward. I did pack plenty of weapons, so nothing to worry about in that regard. Weapons of all different descriptions and sizes and types and you know what. But we always have the ability, thankfully, to access the basic armory whenever we need to. We've got lots and lots of cash, so nothing to worry about there. I think that's going to be a speed cap for Tana just there. If not, it's awfully close. Nope, she gets to 1 more. She gets to 29 speed. That's ridiculous. She doubles Gwilgies with that, presumably. She's about to cap speed. She'll definitely cap luck. She'll definitely cap strength. Maybe something else. We'll see. She's really high on resistance, too, which is great. Excuse me again. I just got over a cold, so my apologies if I'm sounding a little not quite back to my full self just yet. I've recovered enough that I can, you know, breathe, thankfully, because that was fun. But, yeah, I might have a little bit of a frog in my throat still, so my apologies going forward for that. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, I'm hoping, but we'll see. Amelia, by the way, has capped out her strength, as you all witnessed last time, so this is as strong as she's going to get with any of these weapons. She's 1 point shy of killing a lot of things, which is really irritating, but that'll be C rank, or no, that'll be D rank in axes, not C rank, sorry. C rank will be nice, because then she can start using killer axes, although I don't know if I packed any of those. Not that I need them, because since Garrick criticals with a regular old steel axe anyway. Garrick with axes is a sight to behold, as you guys have no doubt seen by now. His ridiculously high constitution packed with his impressive strength is awesome. He's basically just a fast warrior that you can also use swords. No reason not to use him, honestly. He's one of my best units by far. And he's got plenty of room to grow still. His defense is near capped. His strength and speed are also near capped. He's got a little bit to go with skill still. A hero crest. Interesting. I don't need that, but that is worth some money, so I can at least sell it for some cash. I still need one for Marissa, actually, but since she's turning out so garbage right now, I don't know if I'm going to bother, really. Alright, we might need to consider pulling back a little bit to create more of a choke point zone here. Unfortunately, we're not really in a good position to do that. There's not a lot of terrain we can take advantage of to choke properly. But I think we'll be okay regardless. As long as we keep Amelia and Garrick in the front with their ridiculously good defenses and their ability to also dodge things in addition to take hits, I think we'll be alright. Ewan, on the other hand, is having a bit of a tough time for some reason. His defenses are not where I would like them to be. His speed is also not quite good enough to dodge reliably yet. We're getting there. He's getting there. I think his speed caps out at 26, so he has a chance to reach that still. Oh no, a killer bow. Whatever will I do? A whopping 9 damage could have been coming at me there. Scary stuff. Alright, I think we can potentially choke with Tana if we put Garrick here. In fact, who's hurt? Anybody? No, Garrick's down by 7 hit points. He's fine. We'll take out this Lagdou in here with another critical hit on the steel axe, as one would expect. Excuse me. That'll be another level up for him, puts him to 13. He's 1 point off from capping strength, and I really wish he would just get it out of the way already. 2 points from capping speed, 5 from defense, 4 from skill. S rank in swords, B rank in axes. Almost there. We're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to put Amelia down here. Wormslayer, eh? Why don't we go with the tried and true Iron Blade then? Gotta love the Iron Blade. I love it quite a bit, honestly. It's one of my favorite weapons. It's just so... It packs the power of a reliable axe almost, but it's a sword. And it's still even better than an axe because it's more accurate than one, even if it weighs a ton. More skill and speed, great. I think she's 1 more point from capping speed. Maybe even 2. I think she can get 25, actually. That's pretty awesome. Skill's got a little way to go yet. She will cap luck. I have no doubt of that. She'll cap speed for sure. Defense is probably a no-go. She needs to get perfect level ups to cap defense. Actually, no. Even if she does, she'll be 1 point shy. She could cap skill, though, if she gets everything perfectly. But I doubt it. Anyway, moving on. We're going to put Tana right here. That sounds crazy, I know, with those Cyclopses, but they can't reach her. And these Lagdouins are not terribly threatening either. A halberd, eh? Good thing I didn't bring any cavalry with me. I'm not worried about bows because she has the Philly shield, so we're just going to put on the... I might slap Vidofner on her, if I'm being totally honest. For the extra defense benefit. Yeah, we'll do that. Also, they'll be scared to go against her because she'll wreck them in a single hit. Anybody have ranged weapons that we're contending with in this side of the map? It doesn't look like it. So we can safely move in Natasha to do a little bit of quick healing here. Oh yeah, Garrick is also 2 points off from capping HP, which I have no doubt he'll be able to do. We've got an Elder Bale and a Gwilgi to contend with up here, so why don't we dispatch with them really quick. I think a single lightning should purge this guy. Or a Shine, maybe? Shine's just shy. La Rochelle should be able to double him. Yep, for sure. Having 25 speed is nothing to sneer at. Although even that won't be good enough once we get to higher tiers. Those things cap out at like 28 speed, which makes them effectively undoubleable. Undoubleable? Is that a word? It is now. Regular old lightning's enough to kill this Bale. All the light magic in the world. I like light magic a lot. I'm sure I've mentioned that at least a few times by this point, but I really like light magic. A lot of more... I keep saying that when I refer to people who are more seasoned players of this game than myself, what I'm referring to are people who play this game more prevalently, like even on the internet, for example. You've probably heard of a few of them. I don't want to name drop anybody necessarily in case they're, upset about it. I don't know why they would be, but you never know. So, at any rate, when I'm referring to people who are more seasoned, I mean those kind of players. People who play this more prevalently, more prolifically, and on higher difficulties than myself. I admit I am far from the best player of this game. I am competent. There is very little in the way of challenges I've not been able to overcome through my playing of these games. But when you consider all of the optimal strategies in this game, the best ways to play, the most effective ways to play, I generally don't follow all those guidelines. I play the way that I want to play, and the way that's fun. I still use good units, obviously, but I'm one of those people that will take the time to train a low-level unit if they end up being good, not just starting out that way. And I know that's kind of a point of contention among some players. We're going to need 2 Vidofner hits unless I crit. Oh, there we go. Bye. That even looks like Vidofner that she's holding if you think about it, which is pretty cool. Gonna need 2 for this one too, unless I pierce or crit. Nope. Alright, well, that's 2 uses of Vidofner gone, but that's alright. Nobody's hitting her with that thing equipped. I don't even think she loses speed from equipping that thing, which is ridiculously good. Okay, Tana would have preferred some better stats than that, but whatever. Curious to see who that Gwilgi goes for. For Garrick, huh? Well, you almost hit him, but almost only counts on horseshoes and hand grenades. Yeah, even Gwilgis are kind of scary, even when you get to higher levels, because they still hit pretty darn hard, even for being as fast as they are. That is strength capped for Garrick, which is awesome. 25 seems like a low cap, but unfortunately that's as high as we can get him. If we could make Garrick a warrior, that would have been awesome, but I think he's just as good as a hero, honestly. We got more Melduins riding up on our back here. Ooh, a Brave Bow. I definitely want that. We're just going to leave Ewan right where he is. And then we'll let one of them come at him. Let's see if Archer can dispatch with this silly Elder Bale. Can't imagine why he wouldn't be able to. Nope, just enough with regular old lightning. He's not even capped yet for magic, so he's going to be one-rounding everything with just basic lightning with as high as his magic is, which is fantastic. It's only going to get higher, ladies and gentlemen. Only going to get higher. A free torch. Wonderful. Don't need that. Bye. Let's see what kind of... I didn't bother to look and see what kind of gear these guys were packing before I got in here. That guy's got a rune sword. It would be nice if he dropped the thing. Sadly, he does not. Ooh, a secret book. Wonderful. And another Brave Bow. I can get more Brave Bows. Gotta love it. I love me some Brave Bows. Nobody got hit, so I think we're clear to just keep moving, or keep facading here, as it were. Why don't I go ahead and move up a little bit, actually. I want to keep these Cyclopses out of the way of Tana, because they'll wreck her otherwise. No, we'll just keep where we are. How about that? And then this Cyclops I can draw out with, as long as he doesn't have a halberd or something. He does not. He's got a tomahawk and a hand axe. Seems a little unnecessary. We're just going to park here with La Rochelle. I'm going to go Divine on his face, because I can. And we'll see how this goes. Engage. Now I'm Captain Picard all of a sudden. Scratch that. I'm never going to be as cool as Captain Picard. It'll come to the shock of probably nobody that I'm a massive Star Trek fan and also Star Wars fan. Probably more of a fan of Star Wars, if I'm being totally honest. I like the universe of Star Wars a lot more, but Star Trek is also very cool for the kind of people like me who are big science nerds, even if we don't know a whole lot about science. I consider myself... It's not that I'm too stupid to understand all that science stuff that goes into space travel and physics and everything. It's just... I never spent a lot of time studying it in school. It was never really my cup of tea, so to speak. It was not something I was explicitly interested in. It's cool, but I don't see myself being able to do it, all the time. I'm competent at mathematics and whatnot, but I don't enjoy it very much. Which seems strange, I know. Ooh, look at that critical divine. Look at that. Boom. Like a nuclear warhead going off. But as much as I enjoy doing that stuff for fun or looking into stuff for fun, it's not something that I get super deep into in terms of my ability to, just dive into it, so to speak. Apologies, that sounds really weird and counterintuitive, but... Alright, Natasha, you got this. Even as fast and with as much luck as she has, she still has a decent chance of getting hit, and I need to curtail that as much as possible. Skill, luck, resistance, alright. Decent enough. The Cyclops still aren't quite in range yet, so they will not be coming for me just yet, but that will change. Ewan could do with a heal, I just realized. We probably should top him off real quick. And I think I'll dispatch with the Brave Bow fellow first, so I can get his free Brave Bow. That largely takes care of any threats that were going to come from the southern area here. There's a couple more Melduins here, I guess, but that's nothing really all that big to deal with. There's a lone Bone Walker. Not sure what he's doing here, besides knocking down doors for some reason. So yeah, we'll move in and take out Mr. Bravebow here. Alright. Critical Thunderbolt. Gotta love it. Now, this is not going to be a terribly challenging floor, honestly. Again, it's the reason why these floors are so difficult to contend with in a lot of cases is because of the sheer number of people. The sheer number of monsters. Not because they're particularly difficult or anything. Your mileage may vary. Maybe they are more of a point of contention for some teams or ones you haven't trained adequately, but because I've got bishops and because I've got some of the best units in the game on my team, I'm not concerned about it remotely at all, actually. So, level 10 Natasha, there we go. Magic and speed, luck and resistance, good, good. How's she looking on all that regard, by the way? 4 points from capping strength, 5 from resistance, 4 from speed, 5 from magic, I think. Maybe only 4, I'm not sure. So a few more levels and she'll be all set. We're going to go ahead and dispatch with that Entombed with La Rochelle, I think. She'll be just about fully capped in a moment here. Actually, we'll let Archer have it. He's still trailing behind a little tiny bit. Not by much, but enough that it's starting to bug me a little bit. So we'll have Tana dispatch with this silly jerk that I somehow missed. Steel axes, to be fair, are not very accurate in the long run, so understandable that you would not hit somebody with one, but we'll put Amelia on that pillar. Can we reach her there? No, we can't. So we'll have Garrick kill off this guy first with an iron blade. We'll use steel axe first. I want to get him to A rank as soon as I can, because him with a steel axe or silver axe is going to be terrifying. And I'm very much looking forward to that. He's going to be Kalik, but better. That's almost speed cap. That is HP cap for Garrick. 60 is as high as it goes. 1 point of speed, 2 points of skill. Still needs more defense, but he might get there, he might not. I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah, the fact that he is this freaking good is with that level of constitution is just obscene. We're going to have Amelia poke her face here with the iron blade still. Poker face, what did I just say? Poker face. Poker face, lol. Anyway, moving on. We're going to have Natasha heal up Ewan because he's a little bit damaged. Not much, but enough that it could be a problem. He's actually got 39 hit points. That's pretty good for a caster. Casters don't generally reach more than 40. There are a few exceptions to that, but very few. Alright. I would love it if you got a critical hit with that thing. Nope. Alright, that's fine. Once she could use like a silver blade or something when you're in business, that'll be fun. Devil Axe, lol. 0% chance to hit. What a shame for you. Have I mentioned how much I love the general sword animation? It's so good. I've probably said it like 1,000 times now. Oh dear, a fetid claw, you say? Nope. No hit for you. Enjoy your free level up, Archer, although you might not get a completely full one since you're already promoted, but we'll see. Nope, not quite. Darn near, but not quite. Oh, goody, an antitoxin. Whatever will I use with that? That Bone Walker is still going to town on that wall down there for whatever reason. This guy going for Garrick. Actually could have potentially hurt him, but nope, was not meant to be. Oh, there's that Rune Sword guy. I forgot all about him. No Rune Sword for you. Sorry, bud. Alright, let's send Natasha in to... No, she can't really reach anything, actually. That's a bummer. We'll send her down south to contend with all these schmucks. How about that? How far can Tethys go? She can reach the pillar. Not that she needs to, but... I'll send Ewan down there as a support structure as well. Structure? Support situation, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. We're going to put Natasha... She's got decent enough luck. I think she'll be okay. Put her right here. She'll obliterate that silly dude. Little random Bone Walker running around before he breaks that wall down. Yeah, we'll send Ewan down there to help her in case things start getting hairy. Let's see. Tana, why don't you take out this Cyclopean for me? She's actually going to have a hard time doing that. Unless she crits or pierces or something. Oh, there's a pierce right there. Just enough. More skill. Okay, well. I suppose it's alright. Not that she needs it, but... let's see. We'll have Garrick disable one of these Cyclopses. I could bust out on Huma and get him a straight-up kill immediately, but that's no fun. Let's go Iron Blade on him, I think. Just because it's fun. There's a crit. Love it. Ow. What? Really? 10%? Unbelievable. Not that it did a whole heck of a lot, but still, that's annoying. And then we'll have Amelia deal with this other guy. We'll go Steel Axe on him, just because I want the experience. Watch her get hit for 4. Nope, not quite. She's got decent enough HP and defense for a general. It's not as high as, like, Gilliam would have if he were here right now, but Gilliam's also a lot slower and a lot less lucky. They each have their niche to fill, really, I think. Amelia's very fast and has a lot of luck for a general. We're actually going to go ahead and put La Rochelle in range of that Gwilgi because I want her to destroy him utterly. And she probably won't get hit, and if she does, it won't be for much. Plus, I've got Archer there to help heal if necessary, so we're almost done with this floor. Shouldn't be much longer. A Battle Axe, you say? Well, I still laugh at you a little bit. That's okay. There's a crit. Bye. I wonder why that's slower when you crit. It does that in every other Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem title as well. Wow, alright. Look at that. Looking good. Yep, here comes this silly Meldwin. Nope, nice try. That would have really hurt if it hit her, but because she's so fast and so lucky, they're going to have a hard time. I wouldn't do this in the long term, but for killing a couple of guys, it's fine. Just because any one lucky hit can easily just completely obliterate her, and we don't need that. We don't really need that at all, because she's one of the best bishops. If not the best bishop. Archer, probably a close second. Just because his magic and speed are off the charts. Here comes that Gwilgi. Ow. Enjoy some lightning. Enjoy it again! Tastier this time, because it's got triple the power behind it. That automatically makes it more delicious, I imagine. Oh yeah, I forgot about Rune Sword guy. Again. It's alright, he'll be a pile of bones in a second. I was going to say a mushy paste, but he's all bone. He's not. There's no flesh on him, so that really doesn't apply, does it? Alright, what else we got? There's a couple of whites with bows down there. One of them's got the Brave Bow. I got to try to draw him out again, too. Without... well, we'll see. That guy's got a long bow. Park La Rochelle right here. That Brave Bow guy won't be quite in range yet. Let's go ahead and heal up La Rochelle, speaking of which, just in case something bad happens. If I lose her, I will be very, very upset for a number of reasons. Let's go ahead and deal with Rune Sword guy here. Since I seem to keep forgetting about him for some strange reason. Alright, there is a distinction to be made between dragons and wyverns, by the way. A lot of people have asked, what's the difference between a dragon and a wyvern? Because they look very similar. Well, dragons have 4 legs, as well as their 2 wings. Wyverns only have 2 legs and their wings. Like, the end of their wing tips are basically their arms, if you think about it. Whereas dragons are quadrupedal and can still fly. And wyverns generally don't breathe fire or anything like that. They do have a tendency to have like poisonous stingers on their tails or something, depending on what kind of wyvern you're talking about. And dragons obviously breathe fire, because of course they do. Well, I guess they have different kinds of breaths depending on your type of dragon. Generally speaking, dragons are able to assume humanoid form as well. I guess not every dragon can do that, but it's a fairly common dragon trait. Based on my experience with dragons in, you know, role-playing games and such things as that. Well, I think if we shine, we can one around this guy. Yep. Her magic's not quite as high as Archer's, but it's still good enough to one round to Cyclopses, and that's the important thing. If you can one round to Cyclops, then you're golden. That means you can pretty much kill anything. More speed and luck. HP. Good, 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 good. She broke the magic 40 barrier there, I think. Yeah, she's definitely going to cap everything that isn't skill or defense. We'll have her take out the other Cyclops so we can make a little more progress. That one will die very easily. Not quite enough on the lightning still again, but again, shine is just good enough. Especially when you crit and make it 3 times as tasty. He loved it so much he exploded. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We'll knock this wall down so I can go through. That Bone Walker did a nice job of breaking it down to a certain degree. Nope, no poison bow for you. Sorry, bud. Going for Archer, huh? Probably because he's slightly more frail. And then we'll just take out that Brave Bow with La Rochelle. That just leaves another sniper, White to deal with, and the boss, of course. How many Brave Bows is that this playthrough so far? Like 3? We still got 8 floors to go. Interesting times, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be level 18 for La Rochelle, I think. Yep. Oh, she missed magic, so she's got to get the last 2 points, the last 2 levels, or otherwise she will... Hey, that's S rank! With light magic. That means Ivaldi time. Oh, yeah. Can't wait for that. So, yeah, she could still cap magic if she gets it both level ups from now on. And she will not be able to cap skill or defense, although I wouldn't mind her getting points in either of those. I suppose Tana can finish off. We'll have Archer do it, since he got smacked around a little bit. It's only fair. We'll give him a shine, simply because it one-shots him. And that'll be a reasonably good level for Archer, I believe. Level 9, yep. More speed. Cool. Secret book. I will take it. Gotta love that skill. Who needs the experience the most here? I think Tana does, so we'll let her have it. Drive a lance through this dude's face, as one does. No worries there. Okay, then we just got this silly dude to deal with, and of course the boss Cyclopean. That I don't know if he moves or not, but we'll have to find out. I'll just have Tethys get Natasha in range to blow that guy up in a single hit here. Get right up in his face. Don't need to use Shine, Lightning's good enough. I think she's rank C with light magic now. Alright. Hey, defense. Cool. I'll take it. She's like 2 points from capping speed. Send Ewan up here too. I could have him support with his sister Tethys, but again, I don't know that that's going to be all that valuable of a situation. I guess it wouldn't be bad. Alright, Natasha, why don't I let her have the boss kill too, because it's fun. And, ooh, she actually can't, even with Shine. But I've got Tethys on station, so it's fine. We'll just have her hit him once, and we'll hit him again. Not a problem. Alright, and that will be floor number 2 of the ruins taken care of with hardly any effort, honestly. Again, bishops make everything better. There we go. Magic skill speed. I like it. Alright, floor 2 clear. We are advancing onward to floor number 3. That will be fun times, I imagine. We'll have to wait and see, I suppose, because I don't remember what's on floor number 3. That being said, we will explore floor number 3 of the Lagdou ruins next time. So thank you all very much for joining me up to this point. I really do appreciate it. 8 floors to go, and we'll be done with the ruins and also done with the creature campaign. So stick around for that. And until next time, thank you very much for joining me. As I've said, this has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.